Hey everybody, it's Zane Miller from WebiWaveTutorials here on YouTube, and I have an awesome video for you. Now, if anybody has checked out the other videos, you'll see that there are all the basic steps to get through setting up a webinar, getting your account ready, all that fun stuff. But Chris Ramsey has really gone above and beyond the call of duty on this, and has created an app. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Google Hangouts yet, Hangouts, or I'm sorry, not Hangouts, but apps are apps within the Hangout platform. And what Chris Ramsey has done is basically created that app and made it work seamlessly with WebiWave and the webinar setup system, so that you don't even have to really set up the app or anything via the Hangouts. It's all done right here on WebiWave, and it's extremely simple. So let me take you through a new tutorial as well as show you the feature of the new app. So here what we're going to do, I'm already logged into my WebiWave account, so I'm going to click on My Webinars. And what this will do when I click on it, it'll take me back to, like you've seen in previous videos, there are the upcoming webinars, and then there are the past webinars. Okay. Now, what I've got going on right here is obviously there's a new webinar that's coming out. For those of you who are a part of my groups and everything, you already know what this is, but that's just the new one that's coming up. So let's go ahead and just start a new webinar. Now, none of those steps have really changed too much, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause it and go through that initial part. So, see you in a second. Okay, so the steps are pretty simple. I'm just going to go ahead and write test a bunch of times. So, as you can see, this is creating a new webinar. Next step, I'm just going to put test here. Again, if you don't know, if this doesn't look familiar to you at all, go back to the other tutorials. There's 5 of them so far, and go through that, and you'll understand what I'm doing here. But for the sake of speed and the fact that I've already done this, we don't really need to go through that. So again, if none of this looks very familiar, then you really should go and look at the other tutorials. So let's put this as the thank you URL, add webinar, and there you go. Now, at this point, I think this is going to change later. This will get cleared out. But as you can see, the setup is different than what it was before. There was name, registrant, registration page, preview, edit. Now it's a little bit simpler. It's we've got the name, registrant, registration page, preview, and then just start webinar. There's no preview. It makes it just a little bit easier to understand what's going on. So. Of course, we've got the registration page that we can check out and look at. Again, there's nothing really here, but again, this is the page, this is the URL you want to send to people to register for the webinar. Again, this doesn't look familiar. Look at the other 5 videos. So coming back here, let's say that there's nothing that we need to edit or anything like that, so we go ahead and click Start Webinar. Now, this is where things are different. When you click on Start Webinar, this little thing pops up, and it says Start Your Webinar. Now, before, in the other videos, I believe pretty much video 3 and 4, we started going through, and you had to go back to Google Hangouts, and you had to grab the embed code, and then you had to paste it back in the system here, and it was just kind of frustrating. So again, Chris has sidestepped that and made something really cool. So the first thing you need to do is you need to copy this little cool code, right? So I'm just going to hit Control-C on my keyboard, and then it's got these simple directions, but this is one of the most important parts. When you get to the actual control panel of the Hangouts, after you click Start Webinar, you'll see it in just a second, you want to make sure and click Enable Hangouts on Air. That's what makes this thing live, and it's also what allows the webinar to record and upload directly to your YouTube channel. So we've got this copied. We're going to go ahead and click Start Webinar, and now this will take us over to the Google Plus Hangout. The Google Plus profile that is currently what I'm logged into. So you also want to make sure that whatever account you're hosting on is you want to make sure and be logged into the channel that you want to stream live, as well as have the recording go to your YouTube channel. And yes, this is early in the morning. I am under the weather right now, so that's why you see me in a robe, but I do have pajamas on. I'm not anyway. Okay, so upward and onward, right? So let's go ahead and just name this, not that, test. Okay, and of course we want to make sure and click this, enable Hangouts on air, and then this will say this video will be broadcast on your Google Plus stream, Zane Miller, and on your YouTube channel, WebiWaveTutorials. All right, so when you click OK, got it, then they want to make sure that you have gone through all of the it's gonna be shown on Google Plus, YouTube, and you have to know that you have to be sure that all the content that you're displaying is yours. All terms and conditions stuff that everybody should be familiar with. If not, you're gonna want to read it. So click continue, and we are ready to go. Hangout, let's do this. All right, now since I clicked on that link and the WebiWave app has not been installed yet, you'll see this. Again, he has made sure that everything is just taken care of for you. Just start clicking and just go through the motions. So I'm going to click continue right here. Now this pops up. This pops up for every app with Google Hangouts, whether it's Google Drive, the YouTube app, or even SlideShare, whatnot. So this pops up with everything. This is totally approved. So click allow access. And now this is going to install the app. Now you see this here on the left. This box is where you would put the unique code. And then you click submit. And then it says when you're ready to begin, you click start broadcast. So let's double back to the webinar page here really quick. This is turning into a bit of a longer video, so I want to wrap this up pretty fast. So let's jump back to this over here. And the next thing that I want to do is make sure that I have the page, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go to the click view here. I'm going to just put in my my name and email address. Pause really quick. Okay, now the thank you page, I made just the URL of my new product, livevideodomination.com. The thank you page can be anything, but again, that's all stuff that's taken care of in the first 5 tutorials. So just so that you know why I ended up here in the first place, that's why. When you put your name and email address in, you're sent to a thank you page. And again, I just made this URL the thank you page. So now I have an email saying that this webinar is at this URL. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to open up here. And you're going to see, stay tuned, we're loading the training for you. Now, I've already got Google Hangouts rocking right here in this other tab. So as soon as I click Start Broadcast in the Google Hangouts, this will start too. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to click Start Broadcast, and it's going to tell you again, hey, this is going to be live, and it's going to be streaming live, so just be ready for it. So you click OK. And then this will do a countdown, a 10-second countdown, and you just wait for that countdown. But while that countdown is waiting, we can jump over here to the other tab. And so this is what your audience is seeing right now. So you click Start Broadcast, and you're like, okay, it's ready to go. And any second, this thing will load up, and just like that, we are ready to rock. And of course, here are the questions, and here is the play when you click this. Now, of course, what you're seeing is a few seconds delayed. So anyway, so there it is. That's the long and short of it. I need to minimize that so I don't, and just jump somewhere else so I don't have to see myself, because I'll get distracted. So there it is. That's again the long and short of it. That's the app. That's the new setup. It's way easier than it used to be, and over time I'll basically update all of these videos, but for the just how cool it is, I wanted to show you right away as quick as I can, and really show you that WebiWave is one of those platforms that is here to stay, and I am excited to be behind it. So thanks again. As usual, I will see you all in the next video.